Hello, friends, and welcome to Light on Granite with Diana. We're continuing with our Gentle Yoga for Fun series, focusing on our heart today. You are going to need a block and a pillow for class. And once you're ready, please join me on the mat in mountain pose, Tadasana. Your feet are parallel, hips distance apart, toes pointing forward, shoulders back, arms at your sides, palms shining forward. Close your eyes and find your breath. Take a nice deep inhale, raise those arms up towards the sky. Put your hands in prayer, push against your hands as you bring your hands in front of your heart. And hold. Now we're going to gently twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release your hands down. We're going to come into shoulder rolls. Make them nice and dramatic here. Switch the other direction. And release. Now I want you to put your hands on the back of your head, elbows pointing out. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull our elbows in together so they touch in front of our face. And then we're going to open up our arms, pointing our elbows as wide as they can go. And then again, come back in, elbows together. And then elbows out nice and wide. One last time, elbows come in together and touch. And then elbows out nice and wide. And gently release. Excellent. Now from here, friends, we are going to inhale our arms up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. And then we're going to slowly roll up to standing. Wonderful. We're going to start to get a little warmed up here. And so we're going to do our forward fold sequence 3 more times, adding chair plane into the mix. So inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Now I want you to bend your knees. You're going to sweep your arms behind your back, hold them there. Lift up your head, and then lift up your chest. We're in chair plane, and then gently push up into standing. Great job. We're going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Bend those knees. Sweep your arms back, hold them there. Then head up. And then lift your chest up. Breathe. And push up into standing. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down, bend those knees, arms back. Lift your head up, then lift up your chest. Take a nice breath in and out, and push up into standing. Great job. And from here, friends, we are going to come to the top of our mat into our Tadasana, our mountain pose. And I want you to put your hands on your hips. We're going to step our left foot back. Our right foot is leading, coming in to Warrior One. So remember, your feet are on separate train tracks. Your left foot is going to be at a 45 degrees. Your right knee is stacked over your right ankle. Sweep those arms up overhead. Once you've stabilized, see if you can raise your gaze towards your hands. And breathe. And now, like you're pulling on rope, we're going to bring our hands down into a goalpost position while we are imagining pulling a rope and creating that tension in our arms. Once your arms are down in a goalpost position, we're going to raise them back up, and we're going to do that 2 more times. So exhale, pull those arms down into a goalpost. Inhale them up. Exhale those arms down into a goalpost. We're going to hold them in the goalpost, and we're actually going to twist to the right, back to center, and twist to the left. And back to center. Excellent. So then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to roll our shoulders back, which is going to move our arms back and pull your elbows back, opening up your chest. And then roll those elbows forward and relax. We're going to do that 2 more times. Your next inhale, roll those shoulders back, pull those elbows back. Exhale, roll the shoulders forward. 1 more time, roll those shoulders back, pull those elbows back, open up that chest. And then roll those shoulders forward. And release your arms down. And then we're going to grab our hands behind our back, pull our arms, open up our chest. And in a moment, we're going to do 3 forward folds on the inside of our leg. Remember, come down only as far as it feels comfortable. So take a nice inhale, and then exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, roll back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll back up. Last time, we're going to roll forward, forward fold, and stay there. Release your hands. And at this point, you can pull in your block to the inside of that foot, or just have your hands on the mat. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale our right arm up towards the sky while we're in our forward fold in Warrior One. So it's a bit of a twist. Just raise your arm as high as it's comfortable going today. And exhale, bring that right hand down. And then we're going to switch out, inhaling that left arm up, stretching the other side. And release. And then from here, you can put your hands on your block if you're using a block to help push yourself up. But we're going to come up into Warrior Two. So do what works for you. Check to make sure your knees over your ankle. Engage your core. Find your balance. And then we're going to inhale, arms up, hips forward, coming into warrior one. And then I'm going to put your hands on your hips and go ahead and step forward to the top of the mat. Shake it out. Excellent. So we're going to do the other side now. So left foot is leading, right foot is back. Right foot's at a 45-degree angle. Left knee is stacked over your ankle. Hips forward, arms up, and breathe. And then, like we did before, we're going to engage our arms and pretend to pull rope down with either hands as we pull our arms down into a goalpost position. And then bring those arms back up. Take a nice inhale, exhale, pull those arms down. Inhale, arms up. Last time, exhale, pull those arms down. And we're going to keep our arms here. We're going to do a gentle twist to the left. Back to center, gentle twist to the right. And back to center. Excellent. Keeping our arms in that goalpost position like we did last time. Roll those shoulders back. Pull those elbows back. Open up that chest. And then roll the shoulders forward. Roll the shoulders back, elbows back. And then roll the shoulders forward. One last time, roll those shoulders back. Open up the chest. And roll them forward. Release those arms down. And then we're going to interlock our hands behind our back. Make sure our knee is bent and stacked over our ankle. Open up your chest. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale. Forward fold inside of your left leg. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up. Last time, forward fold. And then we're going to release our hands down, either onto the mat or onto a block. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale our left arm up towards the sky. Follow it with your gaze. Only raise it as high as is comfortable. And breathe. Release down. We're going to switch sides. Inhale that right arm up. Follow it with your gaze if you can. And exhale down. Now you can use the block to help push yourself up or the mat, but come on up into warrior two. Arms nice and wide. Make sure your knee is stacked over your ankle. Gaze is over your left hand. And then from here, we're going to inhale those arms up. Bring those hips forward, coming into warrior one. And then hands on hips, step forward and go ahead and shake it out. Excellent. So from here, friends, we are going to inhale, arms up, gaze up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. And when you come on up into standing, bring your arms up into the air and then palms together and push them against each other again as you pull them in front of your heart. And release. So we're going to do one more forward fold sequence here, but we're actually going to transition down to the mat from this pose. So when you're ready, inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Bend those knees. Plug your fingertips on the mat and slowly step back, coming onto all fours, coming into table pose on the floor. Wonderful. From table, we're going to move into our cat-cow series. We'll do 3 rounds, moving with our breath. So on your inhale, head up, drop that belly. Exhale, round the spine, head down. Inhale, head up, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine. One more time. Inhale, head up. Exhale, round the spine. And then come back into neutral spine. And from here, friends, I want you to pull your block over next to you. We're going to put it right in front of us here. Hold on to our block with both hands. And then we're going to use it to help us step our right leg forward. So we're coming into a low lunge. So your right knee is stacked over your right ankle. Inhale. Those arms up. Gaze up. And then exhale, release your hands down to the block. And then once both hands are on the block and you're stable, inhale that right arm up towards the sky. And then I want you to open it even wider. Try to turn your chest open towards the ceiling. Just go as far as it's comfortable for you. And then exhale, release. Bring that hand down to the block. And then we're going to switch sides. Inhaling the other arm up towards the ceiling. Then opening it up even wider, tilting our chest towards the ceiling. And breathe. And gently release that hand back down to the mat. And then slowly using the block to stabilize, move that right leg back. And then we're going to step our left leg forward. Repeat that same sequence. So once you're ready, inhale, arms up, come into low lunge on the other side. And then we're going to exhale, release our hands down to the block. And then inhale that left arm up towards the sky. And then open up your chest. And gently release. And then we're going to do the other side. Inhale, right arm up. Open up the chest. Exhale, release. And then using the block again, move that left leg back. So we are back in our supported table pose using the block. And we're actually going to come into cat-cow again using the block. We're going to do 3 rounds again. So inhale, head up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, head up. Exhale, round the spine. And one more time. Inhale, head up. Exhale, round the spine. Come back to neutral, and then we're going to push back into child's pose and release our hands from the block. And breathe. And then we're going to slowly lift our torso up, keeping our hands on the mat. We're going to slide them just past our hips. And then once your torso is fully up, I want you to lean back into your hands, opening up that chest. And breathe. And gently release. And we're going to come back into table here. And now from here, we're going to use the block to come into a modified child's pose that helps us open up our heart. So what we're going to do, our hips are going to be pulled back towards our ankles, and we're going to put our elbows on the block. We're going to have our forearms pointing straight up, our hands touching, open. And then from here, we're going to release our head into our hands. Feel free to adjust the distance between the block and your body, depending on how long your torso is. And the goal of this pose is to surrender and melt into the pose. We're going to let our chest fall towards the ground. We've just transitioned into our restorative poses. Try to relax and breathe. Now I want you to bring your awareness to your back. And on your next inhale, try to fill your lower back with your breath, expanding it. And then gently releasing it. We're going to do that again for our middle back. Next inhale, fill your middle back with air. Feel it expand. And exhale and release. Last time, on your next inhale, you're going to fill your upper back and your shoulders with air till they can't take any more in. And release. Maintain smooth and even breaths in and out. You're doing a great job, friends. Few more breaths here. I want you to take a nice deep inhale and let it go. And then slowly, you're going to push and roll up into table pose again with your hands on the block. We're going to do our cat-cow one more time with the block, just to loosen up our spine after holding that pose. So inhale, head up. Exhale, round that spine. Inhale, head up. Exhale, round the spine. One last time. Inhale, head up. Exhale, round the spine. And then come back to neutral spine. And then we're going to come into a seated position. And we're going to start to get ready to move into our next restorative pose. So for this pose, you're going to need your pillow and your block. We're going to have our block lengthwise here on our mat. Our pillow is on top of the block. And what our goal is we're going to lie our back down, and the block is going to be underneath our chest line. So take a moment, get situated, move around until you can feel the block underneath your chest, opening up your chest. Your head is going to be falling back. Your neck is going to be open. If this feels like too much of a strain, you can always remove the pillow, put it under your head, and just use the block and the pillow. But for those of you who are able, I encourage you to use both the block and the pillow underneath your back and let your neck open. This will actually intensify the chest opening of this pose. So once you are situated with your upper body, then you have choices with your lower body. You can just keep your knees bent, your feet plugged on the mat. You can rest your legs together like they were in a cross-legged position, or you can extend them out along the floor. Any of those choices is great. Let your body tell you what it wants. And once you're finally situated in the full expression of the pose, just let your arms drape, let your body melt, and try to release any resistance that you're holding in your muscles. Let your legs be soft. Let your hips be grounded to the floor. Let your belly be soft. Release any tension you're holding in your chest. Release any tension you're holding in your shoulders. Let your forehead be smooth. Let your breaths be even and gentle. Bring your awareness to your open heart. Try to let it open even more, physically and emotionally. A few more breaths here. Take a nice deep inhale and let it go. Plug your forearms on the mat. Use your forearms and your elbows to slowly lift your chest and your head up off the block. And then you're going to come on to your right side. And then go ahead and use your hands just to push yourself up into a slight seated position here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to move our pillow and our block, and we're going to tuck them underneath the right side of our body. So ultimately what we want is when we come down onto the pillow and the block is going to be pushing and supporting the top section of our ribs. So just a little bit below your armpit here is where you're going to really want to feel some of that support. And we're going to put our elbow on the mat. We're going to support our head with our hand. We're going to have our knees bent and stacked on top of each other. And your arm can rest wherever is comfortable. And just relax. This is a really gentle pose that just helps slightly open your chest in a different way. We're hunched over all the time when we're sitting, when we're at the desk, when we're driving. And this really gentle pose just helps open up that chest cavity. Does a gentle stretch on the spine and creates a wonderful open space for breathing. Just enjoy. Try to maintain smooth and even breaths in and out. Try to stay focused on this present moment. Stay focused on the sensations you're feeling in your body. All right, friends, we're going to take a nice deep inhale and let it go. And then slowly you're going to lift your torso up, and then you're going to switch sides. So go ahead and turn your body over. This time we're going to be on our left side. Make sure your block is underneath the upper part of your left ribs, just below the armpit. We're going to stack our head on our hand. Our legs are on top of each other and bent. Our arm is relaxed. And we're just smoothly breathing, enjoying the opening you're feeling in this pose and the comfort that this pose brings. Bring your awareness to the sensations that you're feeling in your body. A few more breaths here. And I want you to take a nice deep inhale and let it go. And then slowly push your torso up, move the block and pillow away from you. And then we're going to stretch out into corpse pose for our Shavasana. So legs out straight, back is on the mat, arms on either side, palms facing forward. And relax. For those of you who are pregnant, I encourage you, like me, to come onto your side into a fetal position. Everybody else, stay in corpse pose. And just completely surrender and relax. Take a nice deep inhale and let it go. If you're lying in corpse pose, go ahead, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, rock your head side to side. And then when you're ready, roll onto your right side into a fetal position. And then everybody slowly come up into a seated position. From here, friends, we're going to move into our pranayama and meditation portion of the class. So make sure you're in a comfortable seat. You can sit on your pillow or your block, cross-legged on your knees. You can sit on a chair. Do whatever works for you. Once you're comfortable, I want you to rest your hands on your thighs or have your palms together, face up in your lap. Elongate your spine. Pull those shoulders away from your ears. Imagine there's a string pulling the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Beautiful. So today, friends, for our pranayama, our breathing exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to do 8-8-8. We're going to inhale for the count of 8. We're going to hold and retain our breath for the count of 8. And then we're going to exhale for the count of 8. And I'll lead you through it once, and then you're going to continue on your own. So inhaling. And pause. Exhale. And pause. So you're going to continue with your 8-8-8 cycle at your own pace. and gently release. Wonderful. So, in honor of our hearts today, we are going to do a loving kindness meditation, keeping our eyes closed. I want you to repeat these words silently to yourself. I am well. I am happy. I am loved. I am well. I am happy. I am loved. I am well. I am happy. I am loved. And I want you to bring to your mind's eye someone that you love very deeply, and imagine saying the same words to them. You are well. You are happy. You are loved. You are well. You are happy. You are loved. You are well. You are happy. You are loved. And now, friends, we're going to expand our love to those around the world who need more love in their lives. Imagine that you're saying these words to all of those folks who need a little bit more support in their lives. You are well. You are happy. You are loved. You are well. You are happy. You are loved. You are well. You are happy. You are loved. And friends, I want you to take a nice deep inhale and let it go. Inhale, arms up, gaze up, hands together, bring them in front of your heart, and then bow your head to your heart. I want you to set an intention to share more loving kindness this week. Take a moment to notice all the loving kindness that exists within you. And send that loving kindness for a moment to yourself. for your practice today was an act of love. Then you deserved it. Thank you, friends, so much for taking this time with me. I truly hope to see you again soon. Sending you love and light. Namaste.